Hi, I'm Jill. Welcome to Hill Country Weavers. Hill Country Weavers has been around for 42 years. My introduction to it was when I first began knitting. Everyone in Austin told me, "Oh, if you're interested in knitting, you need to go to the store." So I did. I went there, and it was amazing. There was so many. It was like a candy shop, full of all different kinds of yarns, fiber, all the energy there. The people there were all creative, wanting to make things, and I knew then that I think I want to get a job in this industry. So initially, our store was concentrated on weaving, but expanded to include crocheting, knitting, spinning, and other fiber arts. What makes a good yarn store is first, the staff being knowledgeable, knowing their products, being able to guide the customers in selecting an appropriate fiber or yarn that they need for the project. Really, what makes it a great yarn store is the people, not just the yarn. Everyone is here so excited to make things, and obviously it's the fiber too, but it's just the community of people getting together and getting excited about making items. We have yarns of every size and fiber type, from plant to animal fibers, from bulky down to lace weight. So we have an online store, hillcountryweavers.com, that anyone can shop at, and we ship internationally. But it's our brick and mortar store that's like our bread and butter. Everyone who comes to the shop is wowed. This yarn is called Handspun Hope. It's out of Rwanda. What I really love about this yarn, or just about this whole community of ladies, is that they wanted to learn how to make something that would help support their families. It's important for us to sell yarn with a story. This is Hedgehog from Ireland, and they are a very popular yarn with a lot of people because of their very vivid dyeing process. It's like gold, but it's got shots of aqua and pink with purple and blue speckles. So you can see they use a speckledy method. We're always looking for the next best thing, although we continue to keep favorites like Hedgehog, but we're always looking to change our inventory, bring in fresh items. I feel like everyone is great here because we're here to help the customer. The customer comes first, and when someone comes in the store, we greet them and ask them if we can help them in any way with whatever they're working on. Everyone is welcome at Hill Country Weavers, from beginning to super advanced. She had a yarn emergency. What was the emergency?
Because I'm going out of town. and I'm like, I can't not have my stuff here. It's just comfortable to come in here, and there's so many choices and so many creative opportunities, and you inspired me a lot during COVID too, because talking about cabling and things like that, which is your thing.
Yeah, I love it.
And so since I talked to you, I've made a couple of cable sweaters.
Awesome. That is so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be addictive. I will tell you that, though.
No, it is.
Yeah. We offer classes in knitting, crochet, weaving, spinning. We also have specialty classes that will teach someone how to make a sweater, or I personally teach socks. That's my passion. I love to knit socks, and I teach how to knit them two at a time. There's also beginning classes for people who just are getting started and they want to learn how to either crochet or knit or weave. This is our in-house brand called Naturally HCW, which Suzanne, she really wanted to promote dyers, hand dyers, to have nice bases to work with. However, it's taken off in our store as just using them as undyed. So it can be used either way. And it's a good price point for people who don't need to have a bright colored one. They just want something neutral to go with their project. This is a scarf that Suzanne wove herself, and it's out of our Man Shack fingering, but then she used another yarn, this pink, to just punch it up. She always was so good at color. Okay, so this is Farmer's Daughter. It was started by Candace English, who is a Blackfoot woman in Montana, and she wanted to help support the indigenous women there. The colors are inspired by the nature there in Montana, and it's one of the prettiest yarns, I think, here in the store. Oh, I wanted to show you, she made a colorway especially for Suzanne. This is on the base Foxy Lady, which is a mixture of merino, wool, and silk. This yarn, which is called Oh Dang, that's the name of the yarn. And it's because when they first made it, when they felt it, someone exclaimed, "Oh dang." A lot of our customers make the samples in our store, and it's very special to us because it's like giving a little piece of them, and it's a great way to remember them. Why do I like to knit? I find it's very calming. It helps me. You know how people have fidget tools and things like that? And I thought, well, there's people that are looking at their phones all the time, and what do they end up with at the end? Nothing. But if you're knitting, you actually end up with a project and you can give it to a friend, pass it on. But I think it is the tactile feeling, the texture of the yarn, but the repetitive movement of going over and over the same stitches. It creates a rhythm that's very soothing, which most people need. I definitely need in the world today. This is Manos del Uruguay. It's a woman-run cooperative out of Uruguay, and they are very big on paying a fair living wage for these women, and they really take their job seriously. They are very careful to each skein they sign. This one was signed by Alicia. It's super soft merino wool and has with a touch of nylon, so you can use it for clothing. That it'll last. It gives a little bit of strength. And these socks were knitted with. They have a sock pooling. This is it right here. It's called Super Pool. That's what these socks were made out of. And so they give you the full skein to do the main part of the sock and the contrast color to do the heels, toes, and cuff. And actually, I not knit these. This is from one of my sock classes that I teach here at Hill Country Weavers. Sock knitting is very fun because it's very portable, and you can take it along with you if you were on the bus, on trips. Okay, Hill Country Weavers is a destination for so many crafters. We've built a reputation, and it's just a place that people want to come and experience because they hear how big the store is, and they want to check out all we have to offer. There's many people that will show up with their rolling suitcases and say, "I'm here. Where's the yarn?" Come to my house and you will see that it affected my life. I have got so much yarn, but so as far as my craft, it definitely has. But the main thing is that it has changed from the people I've met here, and especially Suzanne, who's really kind of she was kind of my mentor in all things fiber related. This spot right here has become home to people that want to come and sit and stitch together. They meet every Saturday morning, although it's starting to get hot now, so there may be a slight hiatus for a while, but they all love this store. This is a great place for them to get together, and they've formed a big friendship. And they also love Suzanne so much that they came up with the idea of yarn bombing. Well, they didn't come up. Yarn bombing existed, but they thought for a tribute to her, they asked people, and people in state and other friends that Suzanne had out of state would send little pieces of crocheted or knitting or weaving, and we put it all together in the backyard, which has the big oak trees, I think they wanted to find a way that they could use their skills that they learned from being customers here and friends with Suzanne, and to give back to her and help decorate the place that she made. This is La Bien Aimée. They're from France, Paris, France. She hand dyes all these beautiful colors you see. She's really known for bright, almost neon type colors. And her yarn was really important or wonderful that we got it, because there's not many stores in the United States that carry her yarn, and we're considered one of the flagship stores. This is the Suzanne colorway that Aimée from La Bien Aimée came up with for a tribute to her life, and I think it came out exquisitely. This particular pattern is the Love Note by Tin Can Knits, super popular. The tactile thing about this pattern is that you hold two yarns together. So her cashmerino base and her Surrey alpaca base here. And when you hold them together, they give you this kind of fluffy, light yet squishy fabric. I want people to know that we welcome all kinds of people, that we're still up and running. Even though Suzanne isn't here, we still are carrying on, and we've got lots of new employees, lots of young people that are bringing energy to the store, and bringing their flavor, their new ideas about the things that they're working on, and it helps us keep growing as a community. These are all the yarns that are named after Suzanne. Everyone wanted to make a tribute to her because of all the work she did and the encouragement in our community, the fiber making community. All of these yarns are women that attended and sold their yarn at our annual retreats. So I think they felt really close to her. Even though Suzanne isn't here with us physically, she is definitely still here in spirit. Everything that she's built, we want to carry on with her legacy of supporting so many women and their arts, and just all kinds of people, and she would want it to continue on too. So we hope that we'll provide this service for many years to come. The most fun I had with her was just being with her and listening to all her little anecdotes. She's so funny and shared so many stories with me, and I'll never forget her, and I'll always cherish her in my heart.
Well, I don't know what the magic formula is, but, I just open the door every day and I welcome whoever comes in, and it's exciting. Industry has changed over those 36 years dramatically. I mean, there's been the eyelash trend, there's been and now we're in this hand dye trend. And so as long as I stay involved in it and stay current, I feel like it gives me that edge.
We want to celebrate our beloved founder, Suzanne Middlebrooks, who passed away last September. Hill Country Weavers was her life's work, encompassing 43 years of dedication. She successfully created a business and a community of people who came together to learn and share their love of making things with fiber. It was her passion to provide a place where people could find excellent quality fibers and a place to learn how to make things. Suzanne was a legendary and influential person in the fiber industry who helped many pattern designers, hand dyers, and small business owners get their start. And on a personal note, she was a woman who was very dear to me and inspires me to carry on the legacy she left us all to cherish. These are the words Suzanne wanted spoken at her celebration. You are never just customers, vendors, or just friends to me. You're the people I chose to be members of my extended family. Each interaction we shared enriched my life, giving me a sense of community, a sense of purpose, and ultimately a sense of fulfillment.